What's going on, people? Welcome back to another Draco Reaction Vlogs. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on the channel. So today, Leeds United 1, Spurs 2. Wasn't the prettiest of all performances today by Spurs, but the team got their job done enough to take away the 3 points today. So let's say our attack actually played pretty well today, even though I did saw the lineup. Confused of why Tell started, even though we had a national break coming on. But the attack did pretty well. It's just that the midfield and defense could be a bit improved on. I don't think they did pretty good today, especially when you had Bentancur and Palhinha in the midfield. I think Bentancur is a liability, and then you had Spence out for Udogi, Poro, and Romero back in after Bodo Gimp. But wasn't pretty, but we take home the 3 points. And as it stands, we are now third, just a single point off of Liverpool. However, Arsenal did win today. Unfortunately, Liverpool didn't get their job done, so for now, Arsenal are at the top of the table. But against the match today, I think Leeds in the first half they had more attacking intent to show, and with the amount of chances that they created, they could have been easily 3, 4, or 5-1 up in the first half. Kept that they were missing some chances. Like not even. I think Longstaff was their best player. I think he was the one creating the chances, and also one of the dangerous guys taking the set pieces. Longstaff and Seth, he took a set piece, and I think our former Spurs player Ronan, who now is on Leeds, could have made it 1-0 if, considering that Vicario was out of the way, and if he had directed his header on target, we would have been 1-0 down the first half. And at this point, I think Leeds were attacking a lot. We just weren't clinical enough. I think the other center back, Struck, had a chance to continue score, to at least try to get it in the net, but his header was directed off, and as well as Calvert-Lewin. I think Calvert-Lewin has been a threat for Leeds. He would also miss some sitters that he could have put Leeds up ahead. So luckily we were saved, and Vicario comes to save the goal. I think we had a chance where Palhinha had tried to open up the scoring, but he volleyed his shot wide of the target once Odegaard crossed the ball. But actually, we're lucky that we haven't conceded, given all the chances that Leeds were putting pressure on us and trying to get that first goal, considering that they weren't clinical enough with their chances. So I think Kudus and Tell really actually turned up today, as well as Odegaard. Kudus was our man of the match. He created more chances and also got his first goal for a club. So we had opportunity to go 1-0 up, where he had a through ball from Kudus to Odegaard, but I think he should have controlled the ball better because he just got barged off the ball earlier on. Then I think until Leeds were also continuing attacking as well. I think Simmons also turned up today. It's nice that he started in the 10 instead of having three central defensive line midfielders like Thomas Frank usually sets up. So respect for Frank for changing things up. I think Frank also had a chance Simmons had a chance where he slips Udogi for a through ball, and Udogi crossed it, and unfortunately, I think if Palhinha would have got to the ball faster, he would have directed strike straight on target, and I would have been in. But unfortunately, I think he was there too late, and I think Simmons was also cooking on the left as well. I think Tell actually got his first goal. I think from a corner that Leeds were taking, we cleared a corner out and placed the ball behind the Leeds defense. Kudus gives a through ball through Tell, and that was a nice strike by Tell near edge of the box, and we were 1-0 up. So we're lucky that Leeds missed our chances, and we were lucky that we created our chances and scored. So we were 1-0 up at Leeds, and unfortunately we could have done better not conceding the equalizer. Unfortunately, that we had a lot of chances that we could have scored. I think Kudus had a chance after Tell scored to make us 1-0 up. We were doing a counterattack by Udogi. Kudus was arriving to get to the ball. He took a shot, unfortunately went wide of the target. But he got his goal later in the second half. But unfortunately, Kudus could have actually had a hat trick. At least had more chances of assist. He gave Odeberg a chance to head it through a goal, but it was saved by a keeper. And unfortunately, the way we conceded that goal is just because Udogi was ball watching. I think no one was, after Aronson struck it towards Vicario, I think Vicario parried it out. I think Udogi wasn't marking the Leeds player Okafor in the back. He was just ball watching, and he allowed him to beat Udogi and equalized for Leeds. So I think that the way we conceded our goal, we were just ball watching. We should have been way better defensively and marking our people, especially when you're giving the opponent the time to at least convert the rebound in. But we were 1-1 by halftime, so we were lucky that, considering the more chances that Leeds created, that didn't go in. It was just that one rebound goal that Leeds scored to equalize. So we were lucky enough to not go into the halftime 4-5-1 down to Leeds so far. I think Spurs have been second best. Leeds have been the better team in terms of creating chances and possession next year, but they didn't convert their chances enough to score more than just that equalizer that they scored against us. So we're lucky to be 1-1 at halftime. And the second half started. I think we played a bit much better. I think Leeds never relied on secondary. They just looked a bit out of shape in the second half. I think Leeds had some chances. Calvert-Lewin had a chance to make it 2-1 to them. But unfortunately, his shot went wide, and another chance that he took, it was saved by Vicario. So Vicario came to the rescue there. And of course, once I think Kudus with the winner, he scored a winner, and considering that Leeds didn't defend the ball correctly, I think got to Kudus first, and he took a nice shot from out of the box, and it went straight in the net. So we were 2-1 up. We should have continued attacking to at least extend our lead. I think Leeds were still attacking, still having more chances. Simmons was getting linked up and had some chances to at least create to our other players to score, but either they missed their chances or the Leeds defenders got the ball. So we should have continued at least trying to get some goals up. I think Porro was getting cooked. I think by Okafor again. He allowed him to cross the ball, but Calvert-Lewin didn't convert his chance, so Calvert-Lewin at least he got 2 or 3 goals in the match based on our defensive ways. So we were lucky not to concede, but we should have continued to convert our chances, especially in the first half. Porro had another chance in the second half where Simmons was released by Odeberg for the ball. He plays 1-2 with Kudus, and then Porro could have converted. If Porro had converted on target, he would have made it 3-1, but just hit the side end. So Porro was unlucky not to get there, and now that I think another second set piece we were trying to defend, considering that Leeds were also the first to make changes. I think Longstaff had a chance to equalize, but Unfortunately, he let us drag a bit wide of the post, so we were lucky not to concede. And Leeds were still continuing attacking. They could have continued, at least got some goals, but unfortunately, they didn't convert their chances. So we were lucky not to concede and eventually finished off this match with 2-1. So we were lucky to win the match. Wasn't the prettiest performance, but I'll take the win. I think we need to work on our defense and attack, especially that Poro on the right's been getting cooked. Bentancur is being ran through or just getting outplayed, as well as Udogia as well. There are some moments where I think they allowed some Leeds players to get ahead of him, as well as the one at fault for not tracking the Leeds player's run when he scored when the Leeds player scored the equalizer. So I think we almost gave away a penalty away, considering that Richie, when we were trying to defend a set piece, fouled a Leeds player in the box. But luckily the ref didn't call it, so we got away with it easily. So in the end, we take away 3 points, 2-1 to Spurs. We're lucky that we didn't concede all the chances that Leeds were creating, especially in the first half, because they could have gotten a ton of goals. They could have at least routed us, or at least humiliated us with a lot of goals. It's at their own place too. They actually played pretty well in the first half. It's just that, like I said in this video, they weren't clinical enough, and we've gone away with a 2-1 win. We are more clinical ones, and Tell actually played pretty well. I think Tell, even though he hasn't been really good most of the season, he actually turned up this season. It's nice that he got his goal, and nice that he is also making runs to try to score. But like I said, hopefully he brings that same energy consistently. It's nice to do it for one game, but if he starts another game and basically goes back to ghosting, he's not going to. I don't. It doesn't. For me, I don't think he's going to be good if he goes back to ghosting. But if he shows that up consistently, especially with the chances that Simmons and Kudus were creating, I think he'll be much better. But for now, I'm still keeping my same opinion about Tell. It's nice that he got his goal, bring his confidence up, but. So we need to work on defending our corners better, set pieces carefully, as well as tracking back as well. But we'll take the 3 points. International breaks this next week, and hopefully get to turn up the next Premier League match and continue to win more games. We're third in the table currently, but it can change if things can change if we don't turn up instantly. So. We don't have next game is until the 19th, but let's see if we can turn up then. So thanks everyone for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm out.